Hello everybody, this is Spring Web What Ifs back here with another part of, part I think 8 of What If Deku had the Red and White Dragon Emperor. Okay, so, let's continue on from the last part. This is like a couple days later from the USJ attack. Wait, no. But yeah, since I moved the USJ attack forward, yep. Couple day, and Izuku's waking up. Well, actually, no, this is the day after the USJ attack. Izuku wakes up at like his regular time, and he sees all the girls in his bed, including Ross Feister. So he's thinking in his head, this is gonna be a lot of my mornings, isn't it? Sighing, like in his head. With the dragon, Sukuna and Meliodas saying, most likely. And Izuku replies with, and of course you guys are here. So that's gonna be funny. And, well, really just funny. So, as Izuku gets up to go make some breakfast. So he goes down to the kitchen and he pours himself a bowl of cereal. With that, he makes a coffee and puts some alcohol in it just to make it taste better. And because I'm getting this idea that from another show that I watched, as he eats it and he sees the time. It's a few minutes before school starts. So he yells out to everybody, "Get up! It's time to get to school. We've only got a few minutes until we gotta go. We have to be there." As all the girls wake up, seeing Izuku not there, but hearing his voice telling him telling them to get ready. With them checking the time, seeing that it's almost 8. With them rushing off, and Izuku being at class, with all the girls surrounding him, like surrounding his desk, but with Freister being like a sub teacher, and then we go to when Aizawa is explaining the blah, blah, the interview, not interviews, well, the thing where they go visit other agencies. That so Izuku has the most, with him not choosing any of them but going off on another training session as he would before, saying that he won't be going under any agencies because none of them would be interesting enough and would challenge him. So he's just gonna train on the UE grounds. As Aizawa accepts this, and he then asks everybody to fill out a form on where they're gonna be interviewing. With Rias and the Parage, as well as Xazel and Feister choosing to going on a training camp without Izuku. As we skip a week later, as then we come back to UA with everybody coming back, hearing a loud crash in one of the training grounds as everybody rushes towards it, seeing Izuku destroying a whole bunch of 0-pointers. As then he sees them, and then as they see this coming towards them, As they see that coming towards them, as they are scared. Because as Deku says, "Oh, I forgot to turn my aura off." As he turns it off, them not seeing the monster. Well, it's not really. It wasn't really that shape. It was more of a dragon-esque shape, mixed with Sukuna Meliodas. As they asked, "What the hell was that?" and he says, Me not suppressing my aura. Me not suppressing my aura that I usually would do. I just forgot." As they understand, as they go back to regular classes. As then they decide to do a training match, with everybody going up against Izuku. Since he is the one that's done, he has made the most gap. He's put in the most gap in between everybody. So he will be pretty much giving the test, since he seems to be stronger than All Might currently, as everybody is shocked at this, since All Might is in his prime state, since Izuku used devil magic to heal him in the past. As everybody decides to rush him, as he disappears and ends up on one of the beams, since they're doing this in like that pipey area that they did that race in. As Izuku just shows his speed at doing this, saying that this is, I'd say, around 15% of my max speed. I can run at my max speed. I can run 2 laps or 3. Well, I don't know how many. I'd say 3 laps around the world. As they're all shocked at this, as he just flicks his finger and it creates a burst with him not putting even that much effort in, doing like a 5% thing, with him not even using one for all. As every student rushes him, including the Parage, with Izuku coming out dominant, with Izuku coming out on top, with him saying, "That wasn't really that much of a challenge." As Bakugo snaps back at this, saying that I highly doubt snaps back, all cocky, saying, I highly doubt that was you at your weakest. With Izuku saying, sure, I can show you, Katsuki. As Izuku decides to use 100% of one for all, plus his max strength, as he just punches in the air, creating a sonic boom, where this making pretty much everybody's eardrums bleed, except the Parages, since they're used to this kind of damage coming from Izuku. As Arcia offers to heal them, except Uraraka and Ida. And then she asks Izuku if he needs any healing, with him saying, no, I don't need any healing at the moment. As she just says okay and gives him a slight smile. We go back to normal classes where everybody's just learning, and the entire Parage gawking over Izuku, with Mineta being in the other corner, being like, "How the hell did this guy get all the girls? How?" Being how Mineta would usually be if he saw this. As then I'm pretty sure after that it was the stain thing that does happen. Izuku does intervene in it, and he does save Ida, even though he hates it. So Stain is currently in prison, and yeah, I forgot to mention that before. But that was like halfway through through Izuku's training. As I'm pretty sure it's now it's the yes, it's the test to see if they can go on the field trip. As they decide to do, since it's odd numbers, they are taking Rias's Parage out of it, and taking Rias Parage, taking Rias's Parage out of it. So it will be Izuku, everybody in Class 1A. But Izuku, I mean, one of the teams will have 3, and Izuku will be going solo. The team that will be having 3 will be Team Moneta, and I'm pretty sure it's Sero, which will be Moneta, Sero, and Bakugo, which they all pass. Everybody passes. Now it's Izuku's turn, and they decide to do a certain thing with Izuku. So he asked All Might to do this, and the other teachers. He asked for most of the teachers should do it. So the teachers that will be participating in Izuku's fight will be All Might, Midnight, Eraserhead, Present Mike, and Nezu. Yeah. So the match begins with All Might rushing. Izuku just dodging this, running towards Izuku, with him running onto the top of the building, saying, on the top of the building, "Oh my, I can tell that you're holding back quite a bit, so just take those weights off and go full out." And same with all you other teachers. I don't want to be handicapped against any of you. I want to have an actual challenge, since just say this, I'm probably the strongest person in the world. I've gone up against some of the strongest people, even including at one point, this is stated, he says this in his head, at one point I could become strong enough to kill God. Any God, actually. Because this is my view. This is because in the anime it states that the Red Dragon Emperor could boost so much that he could kill a god or kill gods, and that's just with a human. So Izuku is going to have, well, let's say an ungodly amount of power, and this is just in his base form. He hasn't used any of his dragons yet, or One for All. So, also, actually, no, let's just continue with this. With this ending up with Izuku, destroying All Might. As All Might, is end up knocked out. So, Izuku just takes him to the edge of the arena, as then, to finish this off, Izuku brings this out, then takes out only one of his hearts, and then crushes it, letting it soak into both of the gears, as they turn to this, and he says Dragon Drive. As then he just shrinks down to, since he went into like an enlarged he was the size of, like, say, 2 0-pointers, he'd shrink down into like a normal human size. As he just flaps his wings, which creates a shockwave and knocks all the teachers out. Except Nezu. Nezu, with his animal instincts, dodges it and surrenders, knowing that he would not win this fight. With Izuku honoring that, saying that, good choice, good choice. With all the teachers now having a very bad concussion. With Recovery Girl telling Izuku that you didn't need to go that rough on them. With Izuku replying back with, "Yeah, I know, but I really just wanted to show everybody in the class how strong I am. And how strong my weakest one of my weakest, well, when I was holding myself back quite a bit, as he pulls up his sleeves, showing that from his elbow to down to his wrist, a whole bunch of let's just say titanium weights and a whole bunch of like titanium coated in uranium. Well, no, like just like really heavy, like much heavier than the teacher's ones. With him then unbuckling all of them. This is on both of his arms. Doing this on both of his arms, with each one of them creating a title, like a small like what happened with Rock Lee with that one scene where he dropped his dropped the weights and it created a huge dust cloud. With him then picking all of them up and then putting them in a putting them in a pocket dimension. And give me a second. And then we skip to everybody. So like everybody that failed, include no. So everybody that would have passed, and also Rios and the Parage. And then we skip to when they're on the bus, as Aizawa tells them to get out. As then they meet the World War Pussycats. As then we go to where they're about to drop them on the floor. As Yoku tells that this is about to happen, and he uses float to float himself. As then he then sees all of the girls except Rossfeister falling, as his dragon instincts kick in with his eyes, turning this. As he then rushes at all of them, picking them up, being in this, turning his arms into wings turning his arms into wings and then his legs into claws, as would be with his arms. As he uses the legs, the claws on his arms to pick all the girls up to make sure they don't fall and hurt themselves. As then he takes them back up to the top of the thing, with him saying that, can we just skip this part and go with you on the bus? Since this is obviously a test to see who's the fastest to get there. And with him just saying, we can all fly to get there. With Rossfeister saying that they can fly. Like, saying that they actually can fly. With Izuki still looking like this. With his, like, dark eyes, like, being, like, soulless. As he goes back into regular Izuki. As then, we just skip to when everybody's coming back, with Izuku is making a meal for the Parage with Kiba and Gasper. Gasper since season 4 has gotten stronger. He doesn't wear the girl uniform anymore. He actually wears the guy uniform. He's grown up quite a bit. Since he's like 1 year younger than Izuku, and UA is a college, I have mentioned that. And, he serves it to the Parage, saying that it's, his favorite meal, being, a bento box. And, Kiba, Gasper, and Izuki made one for each of the Parage. With Izuki saying that he doesn't need one, that he's just gonna go on a hunt now because he's hungry, and he needs much more than they need. As he leaves, going on a hunt, coming back with say 5 fully grown, let's just say, like a cow, a wolf. No, not 5. 5 altogether. A cow, a wolf. No, 2 wolves. um a sheep and let's just say uh a mouse. So he gives the mouse to um Blaze and Pyro. With Blaze not being offended that he's cooking a wolf, since a wolf is different to a hellhound, so he's not that offended. And also, he knows that Izuku has a kind of a grudge against the wolves. That won't be so because of how he has why because of all those scars on his face. As then he cooks it all for himself. As then the we skip to when they're doing the training, which is the next day. As then they Izuki is training by himself. Actually, no, he's training with Toppy, which is that demon dragon king. Which they met in, I'm pretty sure it's season 2 or season 3, when they went to do the training in Purgatory, I think it is. Also, the reason that Purgatory is as it is because of Meliodas, which he is the first. He changed his name from he changed the crown name to Lucifer, which is how that they got that name. As Tristan is still alive, and I don't know if I mentioned this, but Irina is also there. And since Irina is kind of part of the Parage, Irina is there, and she is the reincarnation of Elizabeth. When she got turned into an angel, she was blessed with Elizabeth's powers. Well, more of Elizabeth's personality. Which Michael saw this and was impressed. Which is why she is allowed to she is allowed to be around Izuku, because he is the reincarnation of Meliodas, and he knew that Meliodas and Elizabeth had a child. Tristan has died since then. Bon is also dead. All the 7 deadly sins are dead, since it's been like thousands of years since then. I'd say, yeah, thousands of years. Then let me think. Yeah, he can, Yuzuki's training with Toppy. I think it's Toppy. And Izuku does more training with his dragons, doing a training exercise for each dragon that he has. And with Shoka spying on him a little bit while he was doing it. While he was doing training, Toffee was down in his like more human-sized form, and then give me a minute. As then we go to the next to that night. They're doing the bravery test as they get attacked, and they know that Izuku was there, but they didn't know that he's gotten much stronger. As Koda does go out, Izuku does look for him. He finds him with Koda about to be attacked by Muscular, with Izuku teleporting in front of Muscular, punching him in the face, sending him into the mountain. With Izuku saying that you should really get out of here, kid. As he puts his one of his fingers on Koda's head, and he teleports to Eraserhead with Koda telling Eraser what happened with Izuku, saying that he's getting attacked by a villain named Muscular. With Aizawa saying that he could handle that. With now we go back to the fight with Muscular. With Muscular going up to his ear saying, "I got the kid Izuku here." with all of the Vanguard Action Squad coming towards his position, with Darby's flame not being coated to forwards. They still go on with the exercise, but they just Aizawa doesn't tell the kids about Izuku's fight that Izuku's fighting Muscular. But he does tell the Rias and the Parage and Irina. As we go back to the fight with Izuku. Izuku's just cracking all of his joints, including his neck, and then it looks like he disappears as he knocks Muscular into the wall again. As he teleports back to the spot that he was in before. As he then rips off his shirt. As his eyes, he goes like this, and he brings out those other two eyes from Sukuna. As another two arms pop out of his chest. As with each one, which in each of his hands is the Death Dragon Emperor Scythe, Purple Dragon Emperor Claw, Green Dragon Emperor Claw, and the Red Dragon Emperor Claw. Wait. As he brings out White Dragon Emperor Wings. As he brings out the Blood Dragon Emperor Gem, Blue Dragon Emperor Gem, Black Volcanic Dragon Emperor Gem, Golden Angel Dragon Emperor Gem, Golden Dragon Emperor Tail, and Shadow Dragon Emperor Horns. As he crosses all four arms, like how forearms would do in Ben 10. As I forgot to mention, he also turns his hair into this. As his eyes go to that, as well as the white parts of his eyes turn black. With him in a deep demonic voice saying, "Who's next?" With one by one, he knocks out each of the Vanguard Action Squad, leaving Darby and Toga left, with Izuku restricting the movement using the Blood Dragon Emperor, saying that I could very easily make you kill each other if I wanted. I know, mainly because of this blood dragon that I have. Speaking of blood, as he brings out a blood pack, as he sucks on it, getting nutrients from the blood. As Toka says, "You like blood too?" Well, as Rizuku replies with, "Well, yeah, I can get as much nutrients as normal food that I would get from blood." As she says, "I like blood too." As they connect over that, as Darby's just being controlled there, saying, "Can you not have a blood talk right now?" As Izuku says, "You'd better get that teleporting friend out here. I'm pretty sure I left him alive." As Kirigori comes and takes Darby and Toga away. As then Darby, Toga, Spinner, Magna, but all the people that get captured are Muscular and the teeth guy, Mustard. Yep. Since Spinner was still inspired by Stain. And Izuku brings Muscular and Mustard to Eraserhead. Eraserhead calls the police. The police take them to Tartarus. And that's all she wrote. That will be the end of this part. And In the next part, I'll be going over a few details that I didn't bring out in this part. So, subscribe if you want, comment if you want, and like if you want. See you all next time on most likely either a what if Deku was in a zombie apocalypse and in an all-girl school, or with an entirely new what if, which I will give you a sneak preview of. I will show you one of the images from it. I'll give you two. This one and this one, which will be it for this what if. Goodbye and good luck.